should look at that video I sent you.
What video did you send me?
Look at it.
What is this video? Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
It's so bad.
Hey everybody, welcome to the New and Carnival podcast. Today, I'm your boy Keith, and with me today is my good pal
Andy, welcome to the podcast. It's spooky time.
It's Halloween time. Whoa! It's fucking
spooky.
Ooh. You like Halloween, Andy? You a big fan?
I do like Halloween. I like the creepy atmosphere and that's in the air.
Yeah,
it's pretty spooky.
I mean, you live in Toronto, so it's like creepy atmosphere 24/7, right?
It's really scary when my dad threatens to leave.
Yeah?
Yeah, it happens a lot every year.
You ever pull a gun on you? That happened to me once.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, you're just gonna take a quick walk to the convenience store. And I put my shoes on, put my coat on, and I hear a gun cocked, pressed up the back of my head, and he says, don't you fucking think of it, boy. You get back here. Get back in the dungeon.
He says, don't forget my Slurpee.
You better give me that fucking Slurpee, little bitch.
I want a cherry.
And then I accidentally get him strawberry, and then I lose a finger or two, and you know. It's just
cuts off the tip of your pinky.
He says, you're not going to get to go back until it grows back. We'll see next time. See if you get to keep your pinky again.
Let's see if it's like a little lizard tail. See if it grows back.
Don't your fingers grow back? Like
No, you lose them. You lose them forever.
But if you like just cut the skin around the bone, like if you took like a peeler and you just peeled your finger off.
Well,
and
sure, but if
did the rest of it grow back?
You can't grow back bones.
Can nerves grow back? No, they can't. Because I met a kid once in hockey. He lost all of the nerve endings in his shins, so he couldn't feel anything in his shins. And he said, "I dare you to hit me in the shins as hard as you can. I won't feel it."
That's still bad though, because you could still like be affected by pain.
Like, get burned. Oh fuck, dude! I remember seeing a story. I think it was on like Dr. Phil or something. But this fucking lady, she couldn't feel pain at all, and she kept fucking like she'd be cooking and she'd just like burn her fucking hand off, basically, like 3rd-degree burns, because she'd just leave it on a hot element and not know. Like she just kind of like hold her hand up against the stove and just fucking burn her hand off, and she just couldn't feel it.
Can you not feel heat or cold? Like
no, it was like she couldn't feel anything at all. She'd been born without a specific part of her nerve, so that she had a nervous system, but it just didn't function properly.
Jesus
she didn't send the signal to her brain. Anyway,
yeah, that shit's scary.
That's it. There you go. Scary shit for Halloween. Scary stories.
Wow, this really is a scary time for all of us.
You know what's even scarier, Andy?
What?
Our upload schedule.
It is pretty scary. What is it? What is it now? Like a month or two for an upload?
Let me go on our dashboard and see.
Monthly uploads.
Let's see when the last upload was. This one probably not going to come out until closer to the date of Halloween, because you know, we got to make a thumbnail, we got to put it together, but. So let's just assume this is out on Halloween. The last video we put out was September 2nd, and the one before that was August 1st, and the one before that was June 9th.
Oh boy.
And the one before that was, dude, we upload like once a month. Holy fuck. We
literally like a once a month.
We went yeah, May 11th to June 9th to August 1st to September 2nd to October 31st ish. You
know, shit gets wild sometimes, you know, but hey, we came back for Halloween. Came back for the spooky time of the year. That's fine.
We came back for Halloween. We got
not all's lost.
Hey, if you'll believe us, we actually do have videos.
They're lined up.
Yeah,
they're becoming lined up.
They're becoming lined up. We got some edited, kind of. We got we have Alvin's hard at work on some new thumbnails.
Alvin, Spoiled Art, you should follow him. He's a great guy. Sweet baby boy. Spoiled Art at Spoiled Art.
At Spoiled Art, like spoiled as in milk that you leave out on the counter for a couple days, and it starts to get stinky.
Yeah, I had them over, and you came over too for a little visit. And that was crazy.
Yeah, that's why we have been so busy. Andy was busy with visitors, and I was busy with work, and then I visited Andy and my family for a week, and so we got
really drunk that night. You visited.
Yeah, I think probably by now, if everything goes well, I think we have like a 30-second clip of stuff that we might put up. It's just why we haven't uploaded in a long time, and just why we don't upload. And it's just a clip of me and Andy drinking some a big wine glass full of cranberry juice. You'd think, but about 60% of that cranberry juice is not cranberry juice at all. In fact, it was wrong.
It's okay. I took out the middleman for that drink, right? I cut out the chaser part and I just combined them, and that's the drink. So it's just a drink it's just cranberry juice with a lot of rum. That's all it is.
Yeah, no, we had a good time though. Got to meet. I never met Don and Alvin in person. Andy didn't either. So it was our first time meeting him.
We had a tequila shot that night. All of us did, and Don actually projectile vomited. Alvin sort of like spit it out in a projectile form. Me and Keith were really fine, but they weren't.
Do you think? And I think that's the scariest part. Like, we all drank about the same amount, give or take. We went out to a famous bar in Toronto called Sneaky D's. It's very good. And they had a special that night. And it was, it's a special that they have like every Tuesday and Thursday is, a bottle of local beer and a shot for like $7. And in Canada, usually shots are around, and there specifically, shots are like, $5 to $6, and beers are $5 to $6 as well. So it's a good deal. We had that. Everyone had a beer and a shot. And then Don found something on the menu called a Dr. Pepper shot. Yeah. It was a cup of Dr. Pepper, and then you drop a shot into it like a Jaeger bomb.
It was weird. It was actually pretty good, though. We had the Skittles one. There was a Skittles version of it, which I'm pretty sure they just kind of like left some Skittles
in water,
in Sprite, or like, some shit.
It was like an unnatural, like neon green color. But yeah, we had a bunch of those drop shots. Like, I think like 4 of them.
We spent $160 there on basically on shots alone.
On shots, yeah. We had some snacks along the way, and then we went home. Yeah, and then then Andy gave us some fucking coolers.
More. I drove home, and this is technically a crime. They can't. I mean, I don't know what the procedure is for they can't arrest me for something I did before, but I was drunk driving. Not exactly. I wasn't that drunk, but I
think the thing is that, like, especially with liquor and drugs as well, in some cases, meaning weed, which is legal in Canada and most of the US, you can blow over, but still as a person, you can have a better, I guess,
I drove better when I was drunk than when I was sober.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Well, okay, listen, I don't say I do, but that day I did drive better a little bit, under.
Some people can just manage it better than others. Like, I'm sure some people I know, like, they drink like 2 shots and they're fucking out for the night and they can't drive. But myself, like, I go to the bar pretty often with friends and my girlfriend, and we'll drink. And I know where my cutoff point is. I was above my cutoff point when we were there, so that's why Andy was the driver there. But
yeah,
we had eaten enough to offset the impact of the alcohol, so all of us were pretty much coherent. But if we did a breathalyzer test, we probably would have been close, if not over the limit, because it's like a blood alcohol level thing. But some people, I don't know, like, fuck, dude, I don't know, liquor's weird.
If you could believe it, we actually got more drunk after you left. Not like the same, or like the day, but like I think Alvin's last day, spoiler, he's I think we mentioned he's a thumbnail artist. Yeah. We went to the aquarium that day, and there was like a Hong Kong protest
at the aquarium.
Yeah, it was, I don't know, it was like right next to CN Tower. They were kind of going through that route. And after the aquarium, which was pretty bad, by the way, it was Ripley's aquarium. It's not bad, but it's just like, it's okay. We went to a Japanese grill, and we got a lot of sake, and we got 2 pitchers of beer. It was a lot of sake too. We got a lot.
Just you, Alvin?
No, with me, Alvin, Don, and our other friends.
Yeah.
And we drank a lot there. I wasn't that drunk. We had to walk half an hour back to the car. Don was more drunk than I was. Same with Alvin. Alvin was kind of gone at that point. I was fine, but when we got home, I made more drinks. We went to the grocery store. We bought some stuff so I can make the drinks taste good, and then we had a bunch there. It was a lot. We had a lot. Jesus. I think I finished the whole bottle of tequila. Not me and by myself.
That bottle of tequila we opened?
Yeah, we opened it. There was like a lot of it left though, but I finished the rest.
Yeah, because
that night.
The one night that I was there, Andy opened up a bottle of this like really old imported tequila that tasted like lighter fluid. It was really harsh, but
it's very strong.
He basically gave us he filled 4 shot glasses to the point where they spilled over the side. So definitely a little more than 4 shots worth, but there's still a lot of tequila left in there. So how did Don handle his liquor that time around?
Oh, he was still gone. I was actually gone that time. I usually don't get drunk, but that day I actually got drunk, and it was a good time. I don't know. I like getting drunk, but I also want to be responsible. And if I'm not drinking at home, I won't get drunk. Or if I know someone else is driving me or whatever, you know, then
I only ever fucking get drunk at home or at someone's house because I don't want to get drunk out in public because then I don't know, someone could just steal my fucking organs or something while I'm not looking.
That's a good point.
Yeah. If you're drunk, it's the same as like a lot of people are like, oh yeah, do you want to just fucking get high in the middle of nowhere, or do you want to go fucking do mushrooms? Mm-hmm. I'm like, no. Actually, I'd rather do it at home or with people I know who aren't doing it so that, you know, I don't get fucking smuggled off when I'm fucking completely inebriated.
Yeah.
It's like, I already hear this fucking, dude, that's scary. Especially like, I've heard a story, a friend of mine, he was I'm burping a lot. He was a tour guide or a trip guide or whatever the fuck for some people taking acid in New York City. And they did it. And, it was a horrible time. They got lost. Someone peed in the middle of the street.
Oh,
they
God.
were freaking out. One guy had a panic attack.
What
they had
the
to
fuck?
And I'm like, what? No, just do it at home. Just go home, lock your door, sit down, put on your fucking Pink Floyd or whatever, do your acid, and just be done with it. Don't fucking go out. Not only are you endangering yourself, but you're endangering everyone else around you. You're fucking peeing in the middle of the street. Someone's gonna slip on your pee and die, dude. Someone
could just walk out into the forest and never come back. You don't know.
You could eat somebody. You could get scared and just eat them. Like that guy who did the.
It's pretty dangerous to drop acid. Like it really is dangerous to drop acid. I don't know. People like, oh, it's fine. I've
never. Like
I haven't either, but
I've only ever once considered, because my neighbor says he grows his own mushrooms. And I've considered it, but it's always the point like I don't do anything that's, I mean, you could say weed is like fucking GMOs and shit like that, but I only do organic substances like alcohol that has been made with, you know, a fruit or a vegetable or whatever, or a root, or weed that has been grown locally and not filled with cocaine or synthetic shit. Drugs are bad. Don't do them unless you're responsible.
Drugs are bad, everybody, in case you didn't know.
No, other than being delinquents. What else have we been up to, Andy?
My sister got married.
Congratulations.
I guess in what?
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, in the time our last podcast was uploaded, my sister got married. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's I haven't seen much of her. She's around. Besides that, been doing commissions, which are the scariest fucking thing of all, honestly. Yeah. The commissions. That's Halloween spirit right there. If you oh man, that's funny.
There's some really repressed feelings in that sentence.
All right, well, what's up with you, huh? What kind of spooky stuff?
Woods, I think. Let me just check. What was the thing we did last in September, right? And since then, I've started a whole brand new career path. Not really. Still the same job I always have had, doing like audio engineering and shit. But I worked on a movie set, and then I worked on a commercial set, and I just got a call on, I guess, Tuesday, that next Tuesday, I will be doing reshoots for that commercial again. So yeah, I work in film now. Fucking wacky, wild, dude. I work as the boom operator and the sound recordist. So I started the film set. It was a short film. It was a 3-day shoot, sci-fi film about lesbians in space. Not even joking. It was actually really good. The script, at least. Hopefully, it turned out really good in the post-production. Comes out next summer. Probably tweet about it.
Oh boy!
But did that, and I was the sound trainee and the boom operator. And then immediately after that, like the day after the shoot ended, I was getting a haircut, and I got a phone call from this Australian guy. And he's like, hey, I got X person's gave me your number and said he just worked with you on a film shoot. And as you're one of the sound guys, we just need one sound guy for this commercial shoot. Do you want to come on and do it? And I said, sure. I'm panicking, like, but I don't have my equipment yet. It's still on order. I lied through my teeth because I hadn't even thought about buying my own shit yet after that. He's like, okay, whatever, we can rent it. And I went out, and then so I went from instantly got promoted on my resume from being a trainee to just being a sound recordist. So that's what I do now. And it's really not, those are the only 2 gigs I've done since, like, that was the beginning of October, and it's now the end of October, and I'm just doing a reshoot, but that's what I do now. So
whoa, that's fucking wild.
Fuck you.
Wow.
Grandma who said the entertainment industry is a joke and you shouldn't get a job in it, because I made, less than minimum wage this month.
The school system's a goddamn joke.
Dude, I almost went to film school. I almost spent like fucking $40,000 on film school. Ha! Didn't need it.
Listen,
now I'm already working in movies.
I have... Yeah, you are. I have no problem with people who go to school. I mean, you can do absolutely whatever you want. It's up to you. It's your life choice. I can't tell you what's right or wrong. I can tell you that school isn't for most people. And the fact is that you're going to be spending a lot of money, so you got to think about that. I'm not going to get into this because it's Halloween. What's more important is talking about, I'm reading your Cliff Notes right here. We're talking about our favorite Halloween candy. I mean, we could talk about politics, or we could talk about Halloween candy. What's better?
Oh, why don't we mix the two together? What Halloween candy do you think each political party is?
Okay,
candy corn. Did you vote in the fucking election?
With the Canadian election?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I should have.
I voted.
Who'd you vote for?
I voted. I'm not telling anyone.
Oh wow! I can tell you who my mom voted for. What? Can you guess? I bet you can guess. It's really easy.
She vote Liberal?
Just guess.
She voted Conservative.
Just guess.
I just did. I guessed twice.
Guess the person.
Oh, no one fucking follows Canadian. Whatever. Andrew Scheer. Justin Trudeau.
No, it's just Trudeau.
Okay, that's so surprising. If anyone watching this cares about Canadian politics, our previous Prime Minister, who was really nice at the start, turned out to be not very good, and then right before the election, turned out that he did fucking blackface, not once but 3 times.
Yeah.
Just got back in, but he said he's sorry, and he won't do it again.
That's what's important. What's important is that he said he's sorry.
And he was running up against a guy who was revealed that he called gay people are like dogs, but he didn't say he's sorry. So there's the difference. Everyone does really bad shit in Canada, but sometimes they say they're sorry.
That literally doesn't even make sense. Doesn't make any sense. I don't know where the logic is on that.
It was like a sentence where he's like, gay men having sex is like dogs having sex or something like that. He wasn't explicitly saying it like that, but he was just saying
it's called doggy style. What the fuck do you want? What else? How else do you want it to look like?
I feel like he's the kind of guy that was like never had sex in his entire life. So when someone said doggy style, he's thinking of just dogs fucking, and that's where
wow, puppy.
But yeah, there's like, yeah, we have a bunch of parties in Canada.
What a fucking mongrel, bro.
Anyway,
what a goddamn incel.
I voted for the nice brown man for our election. He didn't get in though, but he was very nice about it.
We shouldn't be this political on our podcast, but here we are.
There's basically, everyone thinks that just American and British politics are full of fucking clowns, but no, it's pretty much everywhere.
But where does this fall in line with your favorite Halloween candy?
Well, see, the thing is that, you know, all of the political parties in Canada are different colors. You know, there's red, there's blue, there's green, there's orange, there's purple. And my favorite candy from on Halloween happens to have a wrapper that has a little bit of red.
Is it Papa Smurf
and
nuts?
A little bit.
They're like blue, right? Papa Smurf nuts.
I said,
it's like,
is that a real thing?
It's a 30. Yeah, it's a recreation of his nuts.
Is that a real candy?
Eat them like little gumdrops. Yeah. You should look it up.
I'm not gonna look up fucking Papa Smurf's nuts. I'm like,
you should look up Papa Smurf nuts.
My favorite candy is a fucking Twix bar. I was gonna say it's a little bit of red, a little bit of orange, a little bit of yellowy gold, orange, same thing. I like Twix.
Are you talking about candy corn? Oh,
I like fucking Twix bars, Andy. You like candy corn?
That's not Halloween candy.
Yeah, you get the little tiny baby ones.
You can just buy that regularly.
That's not candy corn at fucking
listen. There's a difference. Okay, Halloween candy is specifically like do you eat candy corn on any day of the goddamn year?
No one fucking eats candy corn. It's shit.
Listen,
no one likes
Twix,
candy corn.
Motherfucker, Twix is a candy that you can get during Halloween. It's not a goddamn Halloween candy.
Then what's a fucking Halloween candy? Okay, doctor. What's
candy corn? Candy corn is a Halloween candy because nobody eats that shit any other time of the year because it's fucking dog shit.
Okay, my favorite Halloween candy is those little gummy eyeballs you can get. They're like the gummy hamburgers that you can get, but they're gummy eyeballs. I like those. There you fucking go. You happy now? You happy I like my fucking Halloween only candy? Because Halloween candy that only happens during Halloween, there's a reason why they only have it on Halloween, because it's fucking shit and no one really wants it. They just buy it because it's Halloween candy. Like, name one fucking person that eats candy corn, who eats that waxy fucking garbage. Do you do it?
No, I would never fucking eat candy corn.
What the fuck? What? Oh my god.
Listen, okay.
Write in the comments below if you eat fucking candy corn. Unsubscribe right fucking now. I dare you. Just get out of here. We don't want you. We don't fucking want you.
I see you're racist towards candy corn eaters.
Yeah,
please stay. If you're a candy corn eater, I'm on your side. Okay, I understand.
You liar! You don't even eat candy corn. You don't.
Yeah, just because I don't eat it, all right, doesn't mean I don't understand. All right, just because I'm not white doesn't mean I can't see. Actually, I'm not gonna finish that sentence. I'm not gonna. Anyways, let's just pretend that didn't happen. Anyways, here's a story.
Okay.
Here's a story. Here's a story that one time I was trick-or-treating and there was this house that was like, the kids were way too scared to go in it because it's like a garage. It was basically like a haunted house. Like they had people in the walls and stuff, and like they would scare you, and it's really dark and foggy. And at the end of it, you'd have to dig your hand through a bunch of spaghetti, which is like brains, and you can get candy, but it's just covered in spaghetti sauce. But I don't know. It was kind of stupid. I never actually did it. Well, because I didn't want to touch spaghetti.
See, despite the fact that my town was mostly populated with meth heads and small time criminals, we actually had pretty good Halloween shit going on. We'd always dress up. Me and my friends, we'd get in our costumes. We'd go trick or treating, and in the peak years, there'd be two haunted houses. One was a straight up. They converted their entire house into a haunted house. That one was pretty cool. They'd have you'd line up.
Yeah.
You'd go in at the front door and they'd ask you how old you were, and if you were under 13, they wouldn't let you go in. But we were 13, so we went in, and it's just like pretty much the exact same thing. You walk through, people jump out and scare you, and there's sound effects and decorations and shit. It makes it like a horror, like a slasher movie house. The other one was a garage that had like, oh shit, I keep fucking burping, dude.
What the fuck is wrong with you? We're doing a podcast. This is unprofessional.
Dude, it's unprofessional not upload once a fucking...
Okay, well, listen. Anyway. Who's counting, huh? Who's counting?
Not me. So the other one was a garage. It was filled... Allegedly, we heard once in a newspaper article that guy spent about $20,000 on his garage full of animatronics, and mixed in with the animatronics were some people dressed up like the animatronics to jump out and scare you. But you'd walk into the garage, and at the very end, there was a big like monitor panel that had a face.
Mm-hmm.
And so whatever the guy was, you think he was an engineer, he set up like a face tracking thing so that it would look like, you know, the magic mirror in Shrek where it's just like the white mask face. That's what the face was. And he'd stand behind there and he'd talk to you through the wall with like a voice modulator, and you'd have to answer a riddle. And if you got the riddle right, they had a little chute that they drop candy down and you get a bunch of candy if you got the riddle right. And if you got it wrong, you just get one piece of candy.
What if you punched him in the throat and then took the candy? Would that work? He wouldn't be able to use the voice modulator. He wouldn't be able to call for help.
There's a big wall. Oh. So it's like there's a big panel on the wall, and next to it is like a little candy dispenser.
What if you push down the wall? What if you push down the wall onto him? You can't call for help.
I didn't think about that. But the fact there's like 3 other people in that garage dressed up like monsters with fake weapons. I mean, they could probably just like drag you off and kill you if you tried to push down the wall, you know? They're like his henchmen.
Right.
I mean,
well, that's why you bring a switchblade. Anyways,
that's why. Yeah, I did actually one year. All of our friends actually, we went to this flea market, and there was this guy that was selling cap guns that were fucking made out of steel. So we all brought cap guns with us because that one year, the police were saying don't go trick or treating because there is like a local gang was gonna try and fucking rob people while they were trick or treating, like rob them for money. And candy, of course. So we brought those just in case, so that if they tried to fucking rob us, we just pull the cap guns out and they'd get scared that they were real guns. We were like probably like 10 or 11. So we thought, that'll
we have
us.
Real guns. Yeah.
I didn't even realize that one of those guys is like, you pull out a fake gun and he pulls out a fucking real gun on you. And you're like, well, man, I've been one-upped. Looks like you got all my money, you got my candy now, buddy.
I've been shot by those fucking metal beads. They hurt. They fucking sting hard.
The cap guns are the ones that have little like spark powder, so they don't shoot anything. They just make the loud noise.
Oh well, I got shot by like an actual
like a BB gun,
like a BB gun. Cap gun, whatever.
Cap guns are the ones that have the little explosive caps that go cap, and the ones with BB guns shoot little fucking little baby bullets, and they hurt.
Well, the metal beads are the ones that hurt the most.
Yeah. I remember I had some friends. They're not my friends anymore because they're really stupid. But I had some friends in like early high school, and they were telling me about how one time they had a fucking BB gun fight, and they all wore fucking protective goggles, but they were shooting BB guns at each other. And by the end of the day, they were covered in blood with BBs lodged in their skin because they were literally shooting each other with like fucking metal beads that some of them were pointed. And I'm like, oh man,
they're fucking dumb.
That's why I was like, they're really fucking stupid. But he's like, he showed me a couple scars that he had from where they had to pull the beads out. I'm like, why did you think this is a good idea? Like, you can just go get a paintball gun. You can go get a fucking airsoft gun. Fucking Nerf gun even, dude. Like, why do you go directly for the thing that is able to kill a small bird? Why do you go for that? Anyway. What was your best fucking costume on Halloween, Andy? What's your best costume?
Okay, my best costume, there's a couple, I think, that were highlights. When I was younger, I used to be, for some reason, into military things.
Yeah?
Like I dressed one year as a SWAT team member.
Yeah?
And some kid who was bullying me at the time said I had SARS. And I had no idea what the fuck that meant at the time. I was like, what the fuck are SARS? And that was like the first time I stuck the middle finger up at somebody. And that's all I did was I stuck the middle finger up.
Well, you were in your SWAT uniform?
Yeah, I was in my little SWAT uniform at school. And then I think the next year. You should have
whipped out your baton and just beat the shit out of him with it. Huh? You're SWAT officer.
I should have. I had a fake gun.
Pull the gun out on him and just fucking point it right. Say to me again, bitch.
You fucking man. I wish I could spit on that guy now. Anyways, the next year after that, I dressed up as Darth Vader.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good. It was all right. I think my favorite one was where I didn't dress up at all, and I just said I was homeless. I actually did do that. I was like, oh, I'm dressed up as a homeless person, and everyone was like, yeah, you do look homeless. But it was just like my normal outfit, like stuff I would normally wear. I'm like, wow, That's fucked up. But okay, I guess I look like a homeless person, and so I just dealt with it. You know, just came home with wounds, mentally, it's emotionally, mental wounds.
Did you get money instead of candy because you said you were homeless?
No, I got candy because you know I need to eat candy and survive.
Immediately when I see a homeless person who's struggling to eat, I give them fucking like sugar sticks and fucking gummies.
Yeah, sugar sticks, lace sugar sticks.
Give them some razor blade apples, you know.
And that shit actually scares me.
That shit's not real. That wasn't real.
I know, but it is scary. One time, someone gave me a hot dog and chocolate milk for Halloween.
A fucking hot dog? Was it?
Yeah, it's just
like it was cooked.
It was like yeah, the guy was, I don't know, the guy was just fucking barbecuing outside. He was just making hot dogs. He's like, "Hey, you want a hot dog?" I'm like, "Okay," but it was like cold because it was like freezing outside.
Yeah, that's kind of depressing.
And then he just gave me like watered hot chocolate, and I spilt it on accident. And it was just all over his lawn. Oh man, good times. Halloween's fun.
Halloween's real fun. I think
yeah,
the best.
Those.
Oh yeah.
No, continue. Go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead.
When I was a little baby, my mom loved to make me costumes. So we'd buy some parts of them. We'd make some of them our own. Like one year was a knight, and it was my knight stuff was made out of like hockey pads, and some other things like a hockey helmet. She turned into like one of those. She took a hockey helmet with the fencing grate on the front of it, and then we just took some pieces of foam and turned it into like a knight helmet. And it was really cool.
Yeah.
And it made chainmail out of like a loose knit like nylon that we just stretched out so the nylon and sprayed it steel so it looked like little. It was a good Halloween costume. Then when I got older, I started to just not get good Halloween costumes, to just buy some shit. I went as Slender Man one year when that was still popular because I was really tall and Andy called me Slender Man all the time.
You still call you Slender Man. I was
fucking Slender Man. And then but the last year everyone went trick or treating. And fucking sue me, I dare you. I was in grade fucking 11. That's like, it was probably like, what, 15? Some people are like, hey, you kids are too old for trick-or-treating. I say, fuck you. I go trick-or-treating right now as a 21-year-old if people didn't think I looked like a sex offender. But yeah, you know, you're a very tall man with a shitty mustache in the middle of the night asking for candy, walking around with kids. Bad look. Last year, I went Halloween trick-or-treating, though. Went out with my friends. They were all 1 year younger than me, so it was a little more passable. But we went out as the Payday Gang. We found some really shitty Payday masks on eBay. They were $20 pop. They reminded... You know how they were based off the second game, but they looked more like the first game because they were like really fucking low detail, kind of janky looking. But it worked.
Yeah.
Everyone thought we were the clowns from The Dark Knight.
Oh, God.
It was okay. And our one friend who originally said he didn't want to buy in to the masks, he decided in the last minute that, oh yeah, I'll come trick-or-treating with you guys. And we're like, well, what are you going to dress up as? And he's like, I don't know. And our one friend said, let's put duct tape on his mouth, tie his hands up, and then we'll carry him around as a hostage.
That's what kind of what possessed you to do this?
And we did it. And
why?
We did it, and it worked out great. It worked out absolutely great. And the last fucking house we did, right before we went home, because we didn't want to get the cops called on us, only 4 of us went up. And he was kind of standing in the back. And then we had a plan that he was going to make a break for it. And we fucking, and he did a scream through his duct tape. And he ran away. And our one friend dropped his bag of candy. And he fucking chased after him down the street. And we got our candy, we grabbed his bag, and we said, thank you so much. And then we all fucking started chasing after him down the street. Oh, and the person at the house just looked really confused. Wasn't even concerned. Probably weren't that worried about it. But they were just like really, like, what the fuck just happened? What is going on?
You got a little sociopath.
But it was pretty good. And I think halfway through the day, one person said, wow, these are great costumes. It's so good that you're trick-or-treating with your kids and you're in costume with them. To me, because I was like a foot taller than all my friends. They thought I was their dad. And yeah, that was a good Halloween costume. I was Wolf from the Payday Gang, the Swedish guy. I don't play that game anymore though. but I was back in like I was like probably 2015 when the game was still popular. So, you know. Anyway, Halloween costumes, pretty fucking cool. You know what's even cooler though? Going down our Cliff's Notes, as Andy said, we were gonna read some scary stories.
Scary stories to tell in the dark.
So we were gonna read those first, but I realized those are really fucking long.
Oh, really?
So they said, what's the next best thing?
What is the next best
BuzzFeed.
thing?
Top 14 scary true stories that must be read to be believed.
Do you want to read one and I'll read one?
Yeah. How many do you want to pick your favorite, or do you just want to read all 14?
No, let's just go down the list. You know, I'm sure they're all of equal quality, so let's just go ahead and just start. It's really you can go off at number 1.
It's really great because they're using they have little GIFs in between some of the stories of clips from modern horror movies, and then they have a clip from Scooby-Doo, the animated show, and then I think they have one from Spawn as well. So it's like kind of all over the place.
Good old Spawn.
Good old Spawn. Anyway, we'll fucking start. Here's the first.
Go ahead. You know what? You go ahead. That's a short one.
Story.
Nice short one. Yeah, go ahead.
Number 1. This creepy sighting. That's a bad title. Anyway, when I was little.
By Mesocoil.
By Mesocoil. When I was little, my mom and I were in the kitchen, and I saw a strange figure standing in the corner. I told her about it immediately, and as it turns out, every single one of my siblings had claimed to see a figure that looked the exact same when they were around the same age. The end.
That's it. Yeah,
that's the fucking story.
That's the story. Creepy story. There's no description of what it looks like.
No details about after what the cut like.
I think Mexico is full of shit. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Bitch ass. All right. Here's the next story, Andy.
Number 2. This Elvis Fan by Demon Hand Sanitizer.
That's a good
name. That's a good name. Honestly, I might have to take that. This one's courtesy of my aunt. My father and my 2 aunts lived in a house that was supposedly haunted. One night, my aunt was having a sleepover with her friends. I guess she's 13, and one of them brought a Ouija board. They ended up communicating with a spirit named Rosalie. They asked where she was, and she said, "On your lap." Then the nightgown my aunt was wearing puffed downward onto her lap, as if someone was sitting on my aunt's lap. How many times they can use the word lap on? Okay. They started to freak out. Then the spirit wrote, "Put on channel 78. I like Elvis." And of course, to my aunt and her friend's shock, one of Elvis's shows was on that exact channel. She has not touched a Ouija board since. She just wanted to fucking watch Elvis. Why? What's the goddamn big deal?
Here's the thing, except for assuming this puffed thing on her, like her nightgown puffed downwards, where the fuck, assuming that happened, it only took one of those people to know that Elvis was on the fucking television that night to slide it over that.
I know.
It's like, I don't fucking.
Well, even then, it's just like, what freaked them out so much?
Oh boy, the fucking spooky ghost just wants to watch some Elvis and sit on your lap. Whoa.
Well, we all know Elvis is the devil music, right? So I guess it goes hand in hand.
There you go. You heard it here first, kids. Your boomer grandparents, they were fucking right. Elvis is the devil.
Elvis, that's why they're so scared. Well, Elvis.
Oh, fuck.
That's demon spawn.
He's gonna do his little Forrest Gump shake. Fucking possess us.
All right, Keith, you can go ahead. By Colgate Total 87.
Yeah, Colgate Total 87. This ghostly relative. Is it all this? Are all of them?
No. There's a gift for this one. It's just a spooky Scooby-Doo ghost.
Yeah, every fucking title is this something. So we'll just fuck this part. We'll just say ghostly relative.
Okay.
While my mom was researching deep into our family history, we found out that we're distantly related to one of the most famous ghosts in Denmark, known as the White Lady of Dragsholm Slot.
Yeah.
Right? The legend goes. Sounds like dragon slot, like a little dragon pussy.
Is that a Skyrim location?
It's a Skyrim location. The legend goes that she was a nobleman's daughter who fell in love with the stable boy and got pregnant. For this, her father bricked her up inside the walls of the house alive. And now she haunts the property. Her full name was Celeste Marianne de Bayon Guildenstern. And
that's a made up name.
And I think that's pretty wild. That's what the fucking. I think that's pretty wild.
That's it. And that thing is pretty wild.
It's just saying, yeah, we were related to someone who got killed. That's pretty scary, right, guys?
That's I mean, that happens a lot. I mean, more than this person might think.
Yeah, you know.
Okay, hold on. Let me run the name again. Celestine Marianne de Bayonne Guildenstern. That sounds made up.
Is this real?
That sounds made up.
It's real.
It's real.
It's in a. This is a real haunted castle in Europe.
It's a castle?
Yeah, it's a castle.
Well, it says that's her name. That's her full name.
Yeah, it's a real story that happened. So, I guess this could be true.
That's pretty wild.
Wow, that's
by Colgate Colgate Total 787. All right.
Next one.
I guess I'll go to the next one. I don't know when we're gonna stop. We can just stop whenever. Self-surgery. According to family stories, my late grandmother's second husband had a very deep, raspy voice. He had tonsillitis, but didn't have enough money to get his tonsils removed. He let them become more and more infected until one day, he put a funnel in his mouth and poured in baking soda. The story claims that it made him cough so much that he coughed up his tonsils and it left him with that now famous gravelly voice.
This is fucking supposed to be scary stories, dude. I don't want to hear about the time your fucking grandpa ate baking soda and his tonsils popped out.
That's
fuck you, Kristen Camberg. Get out of here.
How did you think to do that? And like, did he just a little tonsil came out? Like,
I don't. Can you cough? I don't fucking whatever.
Kirsten Cranberg.
Let's find an actual good scary story. I'm gonna skip down.
Well, we can't fucking go on. We can't look at BuzzFeed.
We're gonna skip down to number 10 on this fucking top 14 list. This Family Curse
by Violet Virginie. Violet Virginie?
Violet Virginie? I don't know.
Virginia.
So here's how the story goes. So basically, as far back as on my mom's side we can go, the woman had supernatural experiences. Just to name a few, my grandmother always said she felt a presence with. Fuck off. The woman had been in near-death experiences that I can count, and always made it out. From car accidents to domestic abuse to aneurysms to 3 kinds of cancer. She was never sure if that presence protected her or cursed her. This one's shit too. My mom also had presence that played tricks on her. She had my oldest brother. She moved into a house that was turned into an apartment building. She lived on the ground floor with access to the basement, and she'd always catch the basement light on. It was a pull string light, so she'd head down to the stairs and click it off. When she'd get back up to the stairs, all her dining room chairs would be moved around, with one always placed across the room, facing to look out the front window.
Okay.
Are there... Fuck BuzzFeed, dude.
You know, scary stories, what's going on in this country. You know, that's the real scary story. If you want to talk about scary stories, look at the world around us. Shit is getting fucked up, okay? You know, people are just not doing well, okay? That's your hell. There's nothing scarier than real life. So, guess what? Fuck it. Podcast's over. We're done. No more. Go outside. Find out how much of the hell that we live in. Find out how bad it really is. Happy Halloween. Fuck you.
Happy Halloween, guys. See you later. Bye.